friends and friends of my friends who are all going to be my friends tonight. I want to thank all of you for joining us today and spending your Sunday afternoon, which I think many of you would rather sit in front of your TV and watch the football, especially my grandson. I will take a few minutes of your time to give you a short history of how Arise and Flourish was created, and also I want to take this opportunity to thank those people who have really helped us voluntarily to get this organization going in less than 1 year. Arise and Flourish came to existence because of the passion of two 7-year-old resilient women. Shahla and I first met in Potomac Lions Club, where we both were members, more than 1 year ago. In one of the meetings of Potomac Lions Club, I suggested that we should try to help those people in our community who are addicted and want to go through treatments and have financial difficulties. This idea was not very well supported by many members of Potomac Lions Club. At the end of that meeting, Shahla Kane approached me and asked if I was serious about what I said before. My answer was, I'm dead serious. Later, we solicited two other Potomac Lions Club members, Mr. Muhammad Afairat, our wonderful treasurer, and Mr. Dr. Farhad Niami, our #1 secretary. All four of us knew that we are very inexperienced and know nothing about this field. But we were determined to educate ourselves. We became the luckiest people when Dr. Niami introduced to us our other member, Dr. Ali Tagali, who Dr. Tagali, who himself was a counselor for 15 years. And it was through him that Dr. Gerald Marty, our other member, was introduced to us. Dr. Marty is going to have a presentation for you, and you will find that he is a very, very special person in this field. Mr. Tagari showed us the road to educate ourselves, had advised us in the direction of what we should go. This was a very short history of how Arise and Flourish became to existence. But we couldn't do that in less than 1 year if it wasn't for so many wonderful people who have worked with us and helped us voluntarily. Let me start with the lady that I think she hasn't been able to come yet. Her name is Regan. She's a friend of my son. She has just created her own nonprofit organization to help young women. She spent a lot of time with me on the phone, guiding us how to register in Maryland and how to register as a nonprofit organization. The second person was Behnaz Minai, who found on their computer that there is a place called Community Law Center in Maryland, which helps the nonprofit organization and could provide us with a pro bono lawyer. And it was through them that we got our most wonderful pro bono lawyer, Mr. Musa Ibak. Mr. Ibak spent a lot of time with us. He created our bylaw. He registered us for the nonprofit organization, and he even did our flyer. He became so excited about what we are doing. And we cannot thank him enough. Thank you, Musa. Thank you. My dear friend Gwen Wilson introduced to us Miss Nanny Johnson, who are sitting at this table, and who are running a center in DC called the Catholic House Alternative to Alcohol and Drug Abuse. She graciously invited us to that house. We were able to meet with her, ask a lot of questions, get a lot of guidance. Thank you, Nan. Thank you. But we needed a name. Without name, we couldn't exist. So Musa told us, you better get first a name. So as we were looking for name, it was my nephew, who just came last night from California to be a speaker tonight, Peshman Al-Ahmada, who himself was an addicted person. He told how about arise and flourish. That is how I felt. And that was it. We accepted the name Arise and Flourish. The drawing of our logo was done by my dear husband, whom I knew he's a great neurosurgeon and a gardener, but I never knew he's also an artist. So my niece, Shide Pananka, took the drawing that my husband did and put his artistic talent to, put the final touch on it. She did a great job. Unfortunately, she lives in Vancouver, Canada, and she wasn't able to join us. My daughter and her husbands, Minu and Jeff Spratley, have edited and worked very hard to create the wonderful brochure that you see tonight for us. They are not here either. They are in San Diego. And the next person that I have to thank is Balia Nikpur, our wonderful technical person who created our website, got phone numbers for us, email address, you name it. He has been there for us, and I think I have called her so much that he may change his phone number. I also want to thank our two daughter-in-laws, Renee Javdan, who accepted to be our MC tonight, and Abby Majalia, who instead of her husband is going to be the photographer tonight. And finally, I want to thank my wonderful grandson, Cameron Javdan, who accepted my invitation to come tonight here to greet all of you, to distribute our brochure, and most importantly, to learn tonight how to help other people. And I hope he learns a lot tonight. What is our goal? If you look at our brochure, it says that we want to educate younger generation to prevent them from becoming addicted and help those who need financial help. We want to be helping all of this. But instead of telling you how, I'm going to use my Persian background, which we always tell stories to make people to pay attention to what we are saying. In 2002, January 2002, I visited my sister in California. And I saw when I got there, she was broken. She was sad. But she didn't say anything until after lunch. She told me, Peshman is in jail. It took me a lot of energy to control myself, to not react, because it was like, electrical wire going through my body during that. So, all what I told her, I said, can we go and visit him? And she said, oh yeah, we are going to go this afternoon. When I went to jail, Pesci didn't know that I'm going to go there. So as soon as he saw me, I still see him in that orange uniform, sitting behind that window, taking the phone. And as soon as he saw me, he started to cry. Tears was rolling over his face, and kept telling, Khalwati, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. And I kept saying, I know that. I know that. That night, I was very angry with both my sister and myself. We brought our children to this country to provide them with better education and better future. I know she was a single mother, but she was the only breadwinner. And working very hard, she was trying to really help her children, not paying attention to the fact that we are in a new country and there are a lot of things that we don't know, and not educating herself about how could her children becoming addicted. And I was angry with myself because that evening I wanted to find a way to help him to get out of jail, to get out of this situation, and I didn't know how. And I guess that is why I'm today here. I want to make sure that no parents not knowing how their children can become educated and how the system can help them if happen to another mother. It blew my mind when I heard how the children more and more becoming addicted to heroin and prescription drugs. And maybe a highest percentage are here in Maryland. And I also especially was amazed when I heard that more than 45% of American women 40 years and older are alcoholic, and they don't know that they are alcoholic. And that is a problem. A mother who is drinking every night more than one bottle of wine. I work with child abuse program. I know how these mothers can be abusive to their children, and I want you to know that that mother is the role model to their children. And this cycle is going to go round and round unless we broke it. So we are here tonight to make sure that we can bring back the educational system to way to teach our children and help their parents to be helpful and also the educator. And we cannot do it without the help of the community. We really have in need of help of every one of you. All of you who are here, you have family, you have friends, you know people who have children, and if you spread the word that our organization wants to help and needs their help, and by now I think all of you know that we are a non-profit organization, and any donation to our organization is tax deductible. Please help us to help others. Thank you.